So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our journey and our discussion of money and wealth analysis through all 12 ascendants in Vedic astrology. We had covered up till the Gemini ascendant, and in this particular video, let's try to understand the Cancer ascendant in Vedic astrology. What are the yogas which are specifically created for Cancer ascendant? Also, the video which I'm making right now, these videos are the part of Money and Wealth series. Okay, if you don't know Money and Wealth series, you can simply go to my playlist section and you will find the Money and Wealth playlist up there. So you can watch all the videos which are connected with money and wealth, yogas and different things. Okay. First of all, I'm going to give you the overview what we are going to cover in this particular video. The very first thing we are going to discuss with regards to the money and wealth houses. 2nd, 11th and the 12th house. Okay. This is 2nd house, 11th house, and this is 2nd house, 11th house, and this is 12th house. Okay. So we are going to discuss. If you don't know what is houses, I will give you just small overview. This is the first house. Okay. You can see the box. This is first, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. The numbers which are written up there, the 4 number which is written, 4 is actually the representation of a Cancer. These are the zodiac signs. Okay. So if the 4 number written is in the first box, it means the sign of Cancer is in the first house. This first house is also known as your ascendant. It's also known as your rising sign, you can also call it as, and it's also the Lagna. Okay. So if the 4 number is written in your horoscope, it means you are Cancer ascendant. So I'm making this video specially for Cancer people. Okay. So the very first thing we are going to discuss with regards to the money and wealth houses, 11th, 12th and 2nd house, and how these yogas or how these houses will eventually help you to form different yogas. Next, we are also going to discuss the 5th, 7th and 9th house. It's 5th, 7th and 9th house. And how these houses help you in the contribution of money and wealth into the upper houses. So we are going to discuss the connectivity as well. Next, we will also understand the Rahu and Ketu axis here. So what is the importance of Rahu and Ketu in forming the money and wealth combinations? Next, we are also going to discuss the Gati of planets. Now, this is one of the most unique concepts. Gati simply means the speed of a planet. Okay. So there are certain slow moving planets in Vedic astrology, and there are certain fast moving planets. So how that slow moving planet and the fast moving planet have the capacity to impact your earning, your expenses, your investment and your savings. So we are going to discuss that part in more detail. If you want to understand or know more about Gati of planets, you can watch my live sessions over the Gati of a Graha, where I've discussed the Mand Gati, Shigar Gati, fast moving, slow moving. So how they are going to create impact in your money part. This is also interesting. Next, we will also discuss about retrograde and combust planets. Like if these houses lords are retrograde and combust, what is going to be the impact? And lastly, we are going to study with regards to the planetary timings, because timings are very important. Everyone want to know the timings of manifestation of big money in their life. So we are going to cover that part as well. Okay. So I request you to please watch this video till end also, so that if you miss any out of all the things, if you miss out even a single thing, you will not be able to gain the whole concept here. Okay. First of all, let's try to understand 2nd house, 11th house and 12th house. So you can see this is the 2nd house where 5 number is written and it's ruled by Sun. I have written up there SU. It's your 12th house. This is the sign of Gemini. It's ruled by Mercury. I have written up there. It's 11th house. 2 number is written up there. It's ruled by Venus. Now, it may be chances there are different combinations. Maybe Venus in your chart is here, Mercury is here, Sun is here. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I'm just written the house lordships. Like Taurus is ruled by Venus, Mercury Gemini and Sun is Leo. Now, first of all, let's try to understand these 3 houses. What is the importance of these 3 houses? See, 11th house in Vedic astrology, this one is the house of your incoming gains. So whatever the money that you are going to receive on monthly or daily basis is seen through 11th house. 11th house also represents your earning potential, like whether you have the capacity to earn 100,000, 100,000, a million, a $10 million, $1 billion, crore rupees. So whatever your earning potential is determined using the strength of 11th house. And 11th house also represents your income sources, like whether you have the capacity to have more than one income stream in your life or not, that is seen through 11th house. Even if you want to see what kind of income sources that are going to be present up there, so 11th house is going to give the answer. This is one of the most important houses, okay? Next is the 12th house. This is the house of your expenditure. So whatever your monthly or daily expenses are going to be, it's seen through 12th house. And this is also the house of investments. Like if you want to see what kind of investments that are good as per your chart, whether investment in government bonds, stocks, share market, real estate, gold investment. So that is seen through the 12th house. And last is your second house, which is your savings account. Now savings simply mean where you are going to save huge amount of money. Okay. And second house is also the house which represents the combined wealth aspect of a native. Now, if you're born and brought up into some sort of a very business class family, so you are definitely going to inherit family business as well, or something from the family. So it's also the representation of a combined assets of the family. Complete combination actually, okay? It may be you are having a business of hotel industry, real estate business. Some are having different metallic business, food business. So whatever the combined income is seen through second house. So it's not only your income, it's the combination. Whereas this house is your own earning potential, okay? So first of all, these three houses are very important in order for you to look whether I have the capacity to gain, retain or invest or grow my money or not. The very first thing which you need to see is look at where Venus is going in this chart. Where is your 11th house lord? You need to simply pay attention towards Venus, because Venus is the key planet. Venus has the capacity to create Laxmi and wealth giving yoga. Now, first of all, if Venus is in conjunction with Sun up there, I'm just giving you example so that you can understand. If Sun is with Venus in the second house, this is one of the biggest RajYogas or wealth giving yogas in this chart. Because here what is happening, your incoming gains lord and both the money houses, they are combined together. Now, it's not necessary the conjunction is only forming in this house. It may be Sun is going up there and Venus is up there. It's also considered as a very good yoga. It may be Sun and Venus are posited up there. This is also a yoga, but the strength of Sun and Venus here and the strength of Sun and Venus is here is little bit different. Because the yogas which are created in the money houses itself, they are the strongest yogas. The second strong yogas are actually going to be created in these quadrant houses. First house, fourth house, 7th house and 10th house. And even the trine houses, 5th and 9th. So the strength is getting little bit reduced. Next, maybe this Sun and Venus is posited in this house, this house, this house, maybe 12th house. So their impact is then very, very less. But if itself these yogas is posited in the money and wealth houses, it's a very strong combination. Secondly, if for example your 12th house lord Mercury is involved with the Sun here. Now try to understand this concept very, very carefully, because here what is happening, your expense lord is going in the house of savings. So if your expense is coming in the house of savings, it means your chart is not permitting you to save huge amount of money. Similarly, if Sun from here is going up there in the house of expense, it means your savings lord is going in the house of expenditure. This is also a combination where it becomes very difficult for you to retain and save money. If the combination is created between these houses, it may be going here or going there. This is the investment yoga. It means your chart have the capacity to grow money by doing investments. Because 12th house is the house of investment. And whenever the investment house lord, and it's not Mercury Sun or Sun Mercury, it may be suppose Mercury, that is your this lord is going up there. So it's a Venus and Mercury conjunction. Now here what is happening? Incoming gain lord is in conjunction with the investment lord. This is the yoga of wealth rotation. You see the people which are involved in share market, stock market, gambling, where they are continuously losing and gaining money at the same time, or the transactions are happening, it's because of this combination, Venus and Mercury. So whenever the money and wealth houses are involved, they are exchanging their houses with one another, or the energy is getting exchanged. This have the capacity to create the wealth yogas in this native's chart. It's not necessarily also Venus and Mercury are up there. It may be Venus and Mercury are posited up this, in this house. But the strength of the yoga is reduced now. It's not very powerful. This is very powerful. Because first of all, it's posited in money and wealth houses. Here the impact is getting slightly reduced here, because now it's coming in the quadrant. If, for example, Venus and Mercury are up there, it's still considered a yoga. This is still a Laxmi yoga. But here it's in the Dushtana house, so the impact is very less here. You might not be able to feel the same results with this Venus Mercury and this Venus Mercury in the same manner, because here the money house itself is involved. So the sthan bal of a graha, house placement of a planet, is going to play a very pivotal role in order for you to understand the RajYogas. Now you understand the importance of second house, 11th house and 12th house here, how the exchange have the capacity to create the yogas. Second, let's try to understand how 5th house, 7th house and 9th house, they are going to contribute in these RajYogas. Now this is your 5th house. It's the 8th number written up there. It's the sign of Scorpio, but it's the 5th house. I told you can count houses in this way. This is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and this is 5th house. Okay. This is also the Trine house. This is your 7th house. Its lord is Saturn. I've written up there. And it's the 9th house, Jupiter. Now in all the previous ascendants which we have covered, Aries, Taurus and the sign of Gemini, in these ascendants, these natives are having some sort of connection with these houses, Like for Aries ascendant, if we put one number up there, 2 is going there. So 2 mean Venus, and Venus is also gaining control over the 7th house. But Cancer ascendant is an exceptional ascendant. In specifically for Cancer ascendant people, you are having way more number of RajYogas than any other ascendant. It's considered as one of the most unique ascendants in Vedic astrology. I have put a star up there. So it's the uniqueness of a Cancer ascendant. Now we are going to discuss the uniqueness in more detailed manner here. 5th house is the house of your children. 7th house is the house of marriage and business. And 9th house represents the long distance travel and long distance journey. As soon as you are maybe moving abroad, any sort of long distance travel and journey is happening, this house is becoming activated. The Jupiter is becoming activated. No matter wherever it is posited, this have the capacity to contribute in the bhagya of a native. It's the house of your fortune, luck factor. It's your bhagya. As soon as you are getting married, the strength of Shani is also becoming activated. So no matter wherever the Saturn is posited, Saturn have the capacity to create wealth giving combinations. Similarly with children also, Mars also have the capacity to give wealth yogas. Here I also request you to not to look into ascendant here, like it's the Cancer ascendant, so moon is inimical towards certain planets. Although moon is friendly with every one of them, but still with certain ascendants like Libra ascendant is ruled by Venus. So Venus is in friendship with Saturn and Venus. So maybe only for this ascendant, only these two planets are going to give results. It's not like going to work like that. If the planet have given, if the ascendant lord, that is moon, have given the placement of Mars and Shani to these houses are still capable. But how these houses are going to contribute to the upper houses, we will study now. For example, Saturn is up there and Venus is going with this Saturn. Now this is considered as a very auspicious yoga. It means as soon as the event of marriage is happening, or as soon as you are going into business. It may be partnerships business, profit sharing basis business, any sort of business. These planets have the capacity to give you money and wealth at the same time. It's also not necessary whether Shani and Venus are present up there. It may be Saturn and Venus are in this house. Still, this is a yoga. Wherever the combination of these three houses are happening with the upper three houses, it's going to contribute into the impact of the RajYoga. For example, this is your Sun. It's your second house lord now. If, for example, your savings lord is going here and it's in conjunction with Mars, this is also a very strong combination. Very strong combination. Now, it's not necessarily Sun and Mars are up there. It may be Mars is going up there in the sign of Leo. This is also a very powerful yoga for you people. Similarly, Jupiter, the combinations which is created by Bhagesh, they are that kind of combination where the results are coming in your life, whereas it's not much effort is not required. Many people might going to be considering here like hard work alone is important for gaining money. No, alone hard work is not going to help you to attain money. Along with your hard work, 9th house support of Bhagya is very important. Even 2nd house is also very important because this is the house of your family. Now, first of all, it's not in your hand in which family you are going to take birth. Whether you are going to born in a rich class family or in a poor family, it's not in our hand. So it means there are certain drid karma, fixed karmas in Vedic astrology. And because of that drid karma, you are going to take birth in certain households. It's not in your hand to choose who is going to become my father, who is going to become my mother. It's not in your hand. You understand? So complete wealth is not solely based over the hard work of a native. There are certain destined combinations of wealth which you are going to receive. Although maybe in your chart there are many destined combinations, but you have not received the results because of the timings. Timing is going to play a very important role in order for us to understand the manifestation of the wealth combinations in your chart. But whenever I will tell you these houses, 5th house, 7th house, 9th house, they are forming any sort of connection with upper houses, it's considered as a very good yoga. You can also see if Jupiter is, for example, posited up there. Now, suppose Mercury is going with this Jupiter. Now, it's a complex thing. Mercury is debilitated in the sign of Pisces. So, many might going to be considering like Mercury, if it is debilitated in the lowest most position, its dignity is not strong, so it's not a RajYoga. It's still a RajYoga. Because here the 9th house lord is in conjunction with your 12th house lord. It's Mercury. Now you see this Mercury, if it is going up there, 12th house represents the foreign land and foreign country. And if it is in connection with your 9th house lord, it means earning potential is present inside this native to earn money in multiple currencies. It may be by doing export and import business. It may be by engagement with foreigners and foreign people. Selling your products and services to foreign and foreign people have the capacity to help you in the attainment of wealth in your life. Although the debilitation of the Mercury might going to create certain impact in the marriage relationship aspect of a native, but when it comes to the wealth aspect, this is a strong combination in your chart. Okay, so you understand these houses and importance. Even if as soon as you are traveling, your 12th house is also becoming activated. This also have the capacity to bring results into your life. As soon as your marriage lord, Saturn, for example, is going up there, it's Saturn with Mercury, this lord. Now this Shani is with Mercury is again a wealth combination. But here you are going to find your destined spouse in the foreign land and foreign country. And with the help of your spouse and your life partner, your Mercury will start giving you results. You can also determine here the profession of a spouse and life partner. Strong engagement in the field of finance, some technical related work, artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning. So in this way, you can study the impact of RajYogas using these two. Next, let me come to the Rahu and Ketu axis. Now, how the Rahu and Ketu axis have the capacity to influence wealth giving yogas in your chart, I will explain you in one simple sentence. Suppose this is Saturn and Venus and I put Rahu up there. And it's a retrograde. I'm mentioning start here because it's a retrograde, okay? Now Saturn, Venus and Rahu. Saturn and Venus suppose have that much capacity. As soon as you add Rahu, it's becoming 10 times. So the energy is becoming more exaggerated in that case. It means the yoga have the capacity. It's acting as a catalyst in your chart. If you are a chemistry student, you know what is the use of a catalyst. Catalyst is used to speed up the chemical reaction. So if a Rahu entering into these houses in conjunction with these planets, it's going to speed up the chemical reaction. And because of that speed up of the chemical reaction, this is going to be considered as a very, very big RajYoga. You will find these kind of a combinations in the chart of millionaires and billionaires specifically. Now, although this is forming up there, it may be, it's not necessary, it can be formed with ketu. Suppose ketu is with the Venus here. Now, this Venus and ketu is also a very great wealth giving combination. Although Venus Ketu have the capacity to create impact in the marriage relationship impact, that is 100% it's going to be there, sufferings from the relationship side. But if Venus is with Ketu, it's also going to exaggerate the wealth. It's also, suppose Saturn, Mercury and suppose Ketu is up there, it's also going to exaggerate or speed up the reaction. Now with the Ketu and Rahu axis, it's acting as a catalyst. This will help you to speed up and it's going to expand the yoga. So the yoga is becoming way more powerful in that case. It may be, suppose your Sun and Mars are up there and if we put Ketu up there, it's not a good combination from the health aspect of a native, from the family side, it's a very deadly combination. 3 malefics in the second house, it means the relationship, marriage are totally disturbed. But you are going to gain money because of this yoga. Whenever the Rahu and Ketu axis, they are influencing any of the houses. Suppose Venus and Mercury are up there and I will put Ketu up there. This is again a very great combination. But Ketu, if it is entering into the Laxmi and wealth yoga, it also represents Ketu is going to take certain aspects away from the life. Only then this is going to hand over you something. So if the Venus, Mercury and Ketu is up there, this is taking your family aspect and relationship aspect. So you are devoid of love, but prosperity is going to be there. Next, let's try to understand the most important topic, which is Gati of planets. Now Gati simply means the speed of a graha. If you look, the speed of a planet is going to differ. Every planet is going to stay in one zodiac sign for certain durations of time frame. But I will tell you, look here, look into your this 11th house, 12th house. Let me erase that part for a moment so that you can understand the concept of Gati very, very well. Gati is a complex topic actually. I don't know whether you are going to see any videos of Gati with the speed or the money, but this is the first video which I'm making. It's the most important subject, most important. Look here, 11th house, it's ruled by Venus. Now Venus is a fast moving planet. Mercury is also very fast moving planet because they stay in one zodiac sign maybe for 15-20 days to 2-month time duration. Sun is also very fast moving planet. Sun stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 1 month, complete 1 month. So for you people, everything is fast. Your earning potential is also very fast. Your capacity to cultivate multiple income sources is also very fast. It's a very quick combination ascendant, it means. Combinations of easy money and gaining money on more rapidly and quickly basis are present up there. But there are some slow moving planets in Vedic astrology. It's Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu and Ketu. these are slow moving planets in Vedic astrology. Saturn stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. Jupiter stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 1 year, and Rahu and Ketu stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 1.5 years. If, for example, this slow moving Graha is in conjunction with Venus, now how we are going to study this thing? Venus is a fast moving planet and Shani is a slow moving planet. It means the wealth potential is slowed. The incoming gains are a bit slowed. You need to put a lot of efforts to actually gain money in your life, because this is slowing the reaction, it's slowing the process. Similarly, Mercury is with Rahu up there. Mercury is a very fast moving planet, whereas Rahu and Ketu axis, they are slow moving. They take 1.5 years in one Rashi, in one zodiac sign. So what is happening if the Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter, Saturn, if they are in conjunction with the fast moving Graha, impact is actually slowed down. Here I'm not saying it's going to create impact in the strength of a yoga. Strength will remain as it is. If Shani and Venus are up there, strength will remain as it is, but the only impact is going to be with the timings part. Suppose with this Venus alone in the 11th house, you have the capacity to earn rapid money on monthly basis. This Saturn going up there might going to reduce its impact. So it may be alone Venus, you can receive that much money in one month. With Saturn, you might going to take 1 year to receive the same amount of money. But slow moving planets are also going to build consistency in the wealth. Fast moving planets are also going to lose money very easily. If, for example, Surya is a fast moving Graha, it's going to take 1 month up there. For example, in your case, your Sun is posited up there. Or maybe suppose Sun is going in the 12th house. It's Sun, Mercury and Rahu. Now Sun and Mercury, I told you it's a wealth losing combination, because saving Lord is in the house of losses. But if Rahu come up there, this have the capacity to actually offer the protection, because the slow moving planet have the capacity of wealth retenance, like they have the capacity to retain wealth in your chart. So these are very important. It's going to impact your earning, expense, investment and the savings also. Suppose you have invested your money into real estate, one plot, piece of land. Real estate investments are seen with Mangal, planet Mars. You can see I have written up there. Now, for example, this Mangal is all alone up there. Now, suppose this Mars is in conjunction with Mercury. This is the first example I'm taking. Second, we will understand Mars with Saturn. Now, with Mars and Mercury, whatever plot land which you have purchased that have the capacity to increase on much rapid basis. But if Mercury is in Scorpio, this is going to create problems at the time of selling or bringing the liquidity into your hand. Whereas on the other hand, if this Mars is with Saturn, for example, it's Mangal and Shani Yuti. So it's a slow moving planet is in conjunction with a fast moving Rahu. This is creating a balance of energy in this chart. So you understand how Gati is going to create impact up there. Next, let's try to understand the retrograde and combust planets. Now I have made a separate playlist over the retrograde energies in Vedic astrology. The very simplest explanation for a retrograde planet, it's moving in the backward direction. It's a Vakri motion of a planet. It means you are committing same kind of a mistakes again and again and again and again. It means you are going in a circle. Suppose this is the point A. You start from this point. As soon as you start moving, again you are going to hit the same point. It's like revolving in a circle. It means if your money and wealth houses, if these lords are retrograde, for example, Venus is retrograde with Saturn. Star I'm using for actually denoting the retrograde Graha. Now, for example, this Venus is retrograde and then this is with Saturn, and in second chart there is Venus and Saturn. no retrogression. What is going to be happening? This Venus Saturn retrograde planet, this person need to commit more mistakes as compared to normal person. If the normal person is committing mistake 5 times in order to achieve or receive the same amount of result in his or her life, person with a retrograde energy need to commit 10 mistakes or 10 times more mistakes in order to receive the same results. Because retrogression will lead you towards perfection. It's perfection, perfection. Wherever the retrograde energy is, Rahu and Ketu are always retrograde, okay? It means these grahas are always striving towards perfection. Suppose the sun is Venus up there and Venus is becoming retrograde now. As soon as retrogression energy is coming up there, this is a halting factor. It's like offering resistance or offering some sort of obstruction in the chart. Here I'm not saying that the wealth yoga impact is reduced, but you need to fail more. So mentally you need to be very prepared for this retrograde because it's leading you towards perfection. The only remedy to deal with retrogression energies with the money and wealth part is to obtain knowledge. Knowledge is going to solve the problems. Secondly, if Jupiter is retrograde, it shows misguidance. Other people are going to misguide you. Financial misguidance. Maybe you go to some astrologer or maybe colleague, your friend. You're asking the advice whether I would stay in this job or I'm going to leave it. Or whether I will move abroad or start a business. Any bad advice. Bad advices are also seen with the retrogression, specifically with Jupiter, even Mercury. So you need to be very careful at the time of seeking advice from other people. It's the remedy or cure of retrograde. Next is the Combust planet. Combust. This. Now, in our Hindu tradition, in our Vedic tradition, if the planets like Venus and Jupiter, they are combust. Combust means ast ke ho gaye ye grah. So it means the positive urja of these planets, positive energy is not, the radiations are not falling up there. So we avoid doing any sort of celebrations. No marriage is going to be happening if the Venus and Jupiter are combust. No big celebration. Any sort of celebration we are not going to do. But combustion of a planet is not going to lose its significance. Many might going to be considered if the planet is combust, so it's burning. It's not burning actually. The mool swabhav or the core characteristic of a planet is not getting destroyed if it is combust. Simply understand this part. If Shani is a slow moving planet and if it is getting combust in this chart, its core mool swabhav or its core characteristics are not getting destroyed. Combustion have nothing to do with the planets and it's not have to deal with, they are going to lose its significance. Planets कभी भी अपना मूल स्वभाव नहीं त्यागते हैं. They will never ever going to give up over their core character. They will always try to retain their personality. So even if the planets are combust in your chart, they are not going to lose their significance. Then there is no need for you to worry about, oh my goodness, my investment Lord Mercury is combust or my Venus is combust. No need to worry about that part. They are not going to lose their significance. But on the other hand, combustion of a planet will only going to stop the positive radiations. So that might going to create impact in your way of obtaining or earning money. You might going to use certain crooked methods to obtain money because you are not going to be then going over the path of dharma for obtaining wealth. You are following the path of dharma. It may be because of lack of guidance. Maybe someone have misguided you because of your retrograde energy and you are following the path of non-dharma and your combust planet is also stopping the positive radiation, so you are going into the negative direction. But the wealth potential is not getting killed because of retrogression in combust energy. Keep that point in your mind, okay? Lastly, let's try to understand the timings in Vedic astrology. See, timings is a very detailed oriented subject, okay? Timings is not a small thing for you to understand. Now, by mean to say timing, some here would like to help you to understand regarding the dasha. In Vedic astrology, there are different set of dashas. There are Vimshotri Mahadashas, Uddu Dasha, Chara Dasha, Dvisaptiti Samdasha, and there are different forms of dashas in Vedic astrology. Dasha simply mean timings. It's D-A-S-H-A, dasha. Now, most of the time, or in 95% of the charts, Vimshotri Mahadasha is applicable. Vim, S-H-O-T-T-A-R-I, Vimshotri Mahadasha is applicable. Now, this is one of the most used dashas, and I will tell you 95% of the predictions you can use using Vimshotri Mahadasha. Because dasha is the indicator of the event. So I'm going to make separate video over dasha. It's that videos are going to be part of predictive astrology, like how to study Mahadasha and Antardasha, how to analyze and how to give prediction. Because predictive astrology is one of the most difficult parts of Vedic astrology. Okay, predictions are difficult. Mathematics is more difficult than predictions also. Okay. But timings are help, you can look into dasha. Now, for example, I will give you a sutra here. Sutra means thumb rule. Okay. I don't know how many of you are familiar with transits of a planet or not. Transit of a graha, gochar. Right now, 5 planets are in conjunction in the sign of Pisces. So they are conjunct in gochar. In transit, the planets are moving, actually continuously moving. Now understand one very important thing here. Transit of the planet over the natal planet, and if that same planet is coming in Antardasha, is going to trigger the timings of obtaining the wealth. For example, suppose, let me take the example of a Surya. In this case, it's posited in the sign of Leo. Now suppose Sun in transit is transiting over the natal Sun. Now its energy is getting superimposed. Every year, Surya is going in the sign of Leo every year. So in the gochar, in the transit, whenever Sun is going in the sign of Leo, and at the same time in the Vimshotri Mahadasha, the Antardasha of Surya is there. This has the capacity to show us the exact timings, like something is going to be happening. It may be connected with job change, business change, obtaining money through speculation, certain your fixed deposits, they are getting mature. But we need to study this part. This is the most simplest method I'm teaching you. You can also take some different example. Suppose Venus is in your 4th house and it's in conjunction with Shani. And suppose Saturn is coming once again after 28 years over your natal Saturn here. It may be if you are around the age of 28, 29, or it may be you are around 54, 55. As soon as Saturn is transiting over this natal Saturn and the Antardasha is also of Saturn, it's going to trigger that part. Now Venus is also involved in the conjunction here. You can also study in this way. If the Saturn Mahadasha is running and Venus Antardasha is coming, and in the transit also Venus is running in Libra, it's the indication something is going to be happening from the money and wealth side. So this is the timings part. I'm going to describe or make different videos over the timings. It's the core concept which I'm going to teach you in my upcoming videos. But I hope this part is clear in front of you. And if you have even gained a small insights by watching this video, you can just send me super thanks. You can see the description below and just send me super thank. Because any contribution from your side will also help me to make more such wonderful content over the Vedic astrology. You can also feel free to subscribe my channel below. Make sure to hit the like button, share my YouTube channel with your friends and family members who are in love with Vedic astrology. And you can contact me on my email ID for any detailed personalized consultations. Maybe if you require marriage, career, business, spiritual consultation over the timings, retrogradation, any concept you want to understand in more detail, please do contact me. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you want to suggest some improvement in my teaching style, mention below the comments. If something is not clear, mention below the comments. Any small feedback from your side will also going to help me a lot actually. Okay, because I'm also just like not a very learned person, I'm also considered as a Jyotish lover actually. Okay, it's not possible in one life to take all the gyan of Jyotish, but still whatever is present inside me, I'm sharing with you. And these are the videos which I'm making just for the learning purpose. So if you are a beginner in Jyotish, learning Vedic astrology, study these concepts, apply in different charts, you will be able to find more deeper understandings of Vedic astrology. So till then, please take care of yourself, and may Lord Jagannath bless you with prosperity, abundance and good knowledge. Until then, take care and Hare Krishna.